Hi everyone, it's Gail, and it's Forgotten Friends Friday. As you can see, I have all sorts of papers on my desk, stuff I haven't looked at in forever, and I thought I'd make some pages. I maybe make some other things. I don't know. I'm just going to play with these papers a bit today. So let's say hi and hugs first to Lynn, Carol, Gina, and Carrie. Thank you so much for watching and your kind comments. Okay, let's just kind of start sifting through this and seeing what I have here. I don't even know. Okay, oops. Oh yeah, these are these little transfer things. That's what that is. And these also are transfers, which could be real fun on some stuff. Okay, so that's what that is. These also transfers. Oh my goodness, they're ginormous. Ooh, but that'd be really cool for fall. And look at this flower one. Isn't that neat? The fruits, the bugs, and the vegetables, eggs, and butterflies. Okay, well, so those are all transfers. That's great. I kind of knew that, but then, so those are all Iron Orchid designs. If you Google them, you'll be able to find them somewhere. The store that sold them here doesn't anymore. Roycycled decoupage paper. And I have all these different ones of these that could be pages, is what I was thinking. Apparently, I got 2 of these. I really like that one, I guess. And then I've got these books, the Pepin. It's actually what it is wrapping paper, but look at the cool designs. And I know I've got a William Morris journal that's coming up and wasn't sure what I was going to use in it. So, well, let's play with this paper a little bit and see if we can make some pages, pre-made pages. The pre-made pages aren't totally out, but they have been diminished some since I did all the journals for my retreat. So I think they could use to be restocked a bit. Ooh, this paper has such a nice feel to it. This one's called Press Flower Masterboard. Oh, look at, aren't those beautiful? Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is get that so it'll fit under my cutter, right? I'm not going to be able to cut that way, so I'm going to have to cut this way. Let's cut this at 11. I'm just gonna cut the whole thing. Why not? And that leaves something fun to play with, a little scrap. Okay, and then I'm gonna go 8.5 this way. And let's see what we get. So we have this page. How fun is that? That's so pretty. We have this page. I'm really working, you guys, on just, on using some of the things that I have in my stash. Like these papers, they've been there for a couple of years. They're not doing any good sitting in there. Let's get them, to the pre-made page stage, and then I can actually use them. Okay. Isn't that a pretty page? Those are pretty pages. Love that. Okay, and here are the scraps, and we'll play with the scraps later too. Okay, this one, that one was, what was it? Pressed flower masterboard. This one is spring masterboard. So it's similar but different. Okay, let's see what this looks like. Roycycled, it's called. Oh, these are interesting, aren't they? I don't know if I don't take that off. Will that fit in? No. How'd I do that last time, guys? That it fit in. Okay, here's what I'm going to do, I think, is I'm going to grab my scissors, wherever they are. Here they are. And I'm just going to cut down this fold. Because I think I want to look at each one of these separately because of the designs to decide what to cut off. Okay. So, this one, don't want to cut that off. Okay, now I'm going to go this way. I guess some of this could just end up being collage paper, but that's okay too. Okay, so I really want that. So I guess I'll cut this. First of all, we need it to be cut at 11, don't we? So I'm going to cut off right here. I'm thinking about the scraps too, like what would be easiest to use in things. So, okay, I'm going to do that. Oh, what? Oh, you dumb thing. As I growl. Okay, so somebody said put it in the middle and it won't do that. So there we go. Okay, smoosh that up. That's okay. It'll still collage. Okay, and then so then this at 11. We're gonna lose some of those flowers, but okay. And then 8.5, and I really want that part, so that's going to be okay, I think. But let's get in the middle. See, my smart viewers, they know these things. Okay, so we did that one. I don't know why I had such an easy time on the other one, but I wasn't going around the prints like this one. Okay, so then this one. And this one. Okay, I think I can. Oops. There goes my. I have had trouble with the. I've had trouble with this falling off. Yay, okay. Whew. sweating trying to get this done. Look at me in my woolies today. It's cold. It's just doggone cold right now. It's raining. It's good. We can use the rain. Ooh. Okay. So what if I folded that to 5.5? I'm trying to maintain this big thing here. Okay, so I'm just going to fold it right on the edge of that. Like that. See, isn't that pretty? And then we'll cut this off to be 5.5. And we have that pretty piece. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And we have that pretty page. Okay, got that. Now, this guy. Okay, let's cut this off at 8.5 this way. And then let's cut off this. Just a piece of white, really. And then where does that put us for 11.5? I mean, just 11. 8.5 by 11, right? Good. Okay. And then we can use that. Okay, cool. Now we'll fold this. See what we get. Good. Good, good. Okay, now this one, I wanted to kind of keep this part. So if we cut this off at 8.5, where would that put us? Okay, well, we get rid of that bird. Yeah, it's okay. Okay, good. And then 11. Wasn't in love with the sheep anyway. Okay, so that is that one. And isn't that so pretty? Okay. So far we have 8 pages. I'm going to keep going on these. We're going to have these as scraps, and let's just do it. Just mostly because I just feel like they're not doing anything. This was called Junk Journal Blocks. All these are the Roycycled. Okay, let's see what this is. Oh, yes. Okay, mostly writing and stuff. Okay. Okay, so if we did it this way, like this, and did 11, we're going to have some nice things to now 8.5. I'm going to take off this part. 8.5. think I'm going to take off a little. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger just because I think I need to just zip through this a little bit. Just a little bit. There we go. Okay. Just a teeny weeny. Okay, I think I should have pages now. We'll see. Oh, except that we're still attached in the middle, aren't we? We need to go down that fold. Okay, there it goes. And okay, did that. Let's see what these look like folded. So this goes like this. Cool. This one goes like that. Just very, very neutral, but very fun. This one. And this one. Okay, cool. What else do we have here? We have another one of those. Let's do this one. This one be easy. This one looks like corrugated metal. How cool is that? Oh, I love that. Okay, I'm gonna do that one first and then we'll do the flowers. Corrugated metal, this one's called. Aptly named, aptly named. Okay, so it's not folded quite evenly. Okay, so let's take that off at 11 and kind of go down here, 11-ish. Except I like this side better. So that's what we'll do. 11 by 8.5, right? Ish. Okay. Oh, got to do the halfway point again. This will be cool for fall, I think, or for autumn. I just love that rust color along with teal-ish. I just think it's so beautiful. So there we go there. Now I have a whole pile of fun stuff to play with and decorate some pieces with. Okay. That is so not straight. If I straighten that up, then it's not too bad. Okay. Cool. One more. We'll do this and then we'll play. I want to have all the bits and pieces from this. Okay, so this one. Did I do 11? I think I did. The flowers may end up sideways, but I don't think I care too much about that. $11, and then 8.5, and then had a yummy lunch today. I went out with my friend Denise. We've been friends. We figured it out today. We've been friends for 41 years. I'm like, are you kidding me? She said, remember, she was my hairdresser. She said, remember you came to me right after Mary was born. Because my youngest, she said, you wanted to not look like a mom, look like just a young woman. And so we've been friends 41 years because Mary is 41. It's like, oh my goodness, that is just nuts to me. Oh yeah, that's pretty. Doesn't matter that they're kind of going sideways. Does not matter. Okay. Alrighty then. 4 of those. So look at all these pages we have. So many pages. Love it. Okay, so now look at the scraps we have to work with. Ugh, yummy, 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 yummy. Okay, I have lots of stuff over here beside me that is coffee dye that maybe could use a little something. Look at this envelope. I'm just going to grab out of there and see if we can find see what we find that goes nicely with. So this says tagged me. This guy goes sideways. Yeah, maybe something a bit bigger. He's perfect. He's perfect. But we need a little something else. I'm just going to cut this right by his tail. We could put that. I have this on my desk. That's just randomly here. What about that? Yeah, I think I'm happy enough with that. So let's put this on there. Oh, this is my running out glue stick. Maybe we can use it up here. Okay, there's that. And then I need a new glue stick. I'm not sure, yikes, how this is going to go, excuse my reach, on this. I don't know. I've not used it before, so we'll see. Yeah, we might have to save the other papers for another Forgotten Friends Friday. I just got going on these ones, and it's just way too much fun. Okay. So you're going to go kind of like this on this envelope-y. Okay. Then I think I want a label right there. Not sure which label book to grab, but I kind of want something maybe in that blue that's on the birdie's head. Oh, I do have blue, so let's see. I don't know what I'm not liking. Is it the size? Size or the shape or something? How about... I think I kind of like that. Okay. That'll do. That'll do. Let's give it a little something, something, because it's a little, just a little too stark for my liking. Okay. I just don't like this straight line up here, so that's why we needed something. Okay, just a little envelope to tuck in a pocket or something, under a belly band, whatever. Okay, so we did that. Where's that one that I said looked like, here it is, looks like a tag to me. I'm wondering about, for instance, a tag like this. Can you see through it a little bit? Yeah, that makes, holy cow, it's the exact right width. Okay, sold. Okay, I'm going to take this out of here. We'll re-punch the hole once we get done, maybe. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and give that a clip. And we have another little piece to use for something. Okay, let's put that on there. It's pretty goopy. Oh, so fun. These are cool papers. I'd say, if I had to tell you kind of the thickness, they're maybe a little bit thicker than tissue paper. Oopsie. But not too much thicker. Okay. Smooth that out and trim it up a little bit. Okay. Might have to pull up my sleeves. I keep running into the paper with them. This sweatshirt, and I have sweatpants on. So comfy. My daughter, Joni, told me about them when she was here. She said, Mom, you need to order them right now. Get on there. I'm like, okay. And they are super comfy. She said she gets home and she puts them on, but I think they generally be too warm for right now if we hadn't had a return to spring here. Okay, got that pretty well. Now I'm going to do this little punch. Hopefully it will work. kinda. It's a little gluey to work perfectly, but I think it's okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I want to, I'm reaching. I want one of these. Put that there. The back already has its thing, so that's good. Okay, whole reinforcer in place. That is kind of cool with the alteration, or I guess it's a layaway tag showing through. Kind of neat. I don't by chance have a butterfly in this, do I? I don't think so, but let's just look for a quick sec to these ones. There's a birdie. That's another tag if you ask me. This could be a tag too. What does it have on it? It has a half a butterfly. Nope. Nope. Okay. This is a little bit thinner tag, but we'll see if we have something that'll work for that. I want a butterfly right there, though. I do believe. I've got one. Here's a blue one. That'd be pretty. Let's put him on there. Oops. Gosh, it's so rainy outside. I've been feeling sleepy, and it's just, I mean, I slept good last night and everything. It's just because it's so rainy out. Okay, there's a little tag with some of our scraps. Smaller tag. What do I have to fit that guy? What's this one? That actually fits that really nicely if I just put it at the bottom. I think I'm going to wrap that around. Yep. Okay. We're just going to glue the whole thing on. Kind of fun to find this whole stash of paper that I more or less forgot I had. I was doing some printing and my printer was kind of being cranky, but tomorrow I'll have some new digitals to share with you guys too. If I can get them all printed. Silly printer being cranky. Okay, and that's easily writable on the back. Okay. Oh, got a little more to trim on the edge. Okay. And this needs a label or something, I would say, wouldn't you? Oh, right. I had this. So I think what I'll do with these two, you guys, is you've probably seen people do this, but I'm just going to grungy these up a little bit. So it's not so bright white string. Flip it around and there we go. Okay, so put this one on this. Kind of forgot that that was on there. And I think I'm going to just tie this in a little bow. Yeah, there we go. So that's more finished off, I guess you could say. Okay, so blue pages, go back there. I want to stress this. I think this was an eco-dyed tag. Looks like it on this side. Okay, then we need a little label. I think I'd rather have a label than a butterfly since I already have my little birds on it. Okay, let's see. Oh, here's a little one. Maybe this one. Yes. Okay. So there would be that one. Okay. What else? What other fun things do we have to play with? We've got some, you know, just strippy sorts of things too. I was thinking this would be good on a tag, but then I ripped it. Ooh, that would be though, wouldn't it? And that would be my ruler. I can't reach it. Come here. Okay. 3 inches, yeah. So I think I've got, do I have, okay, wasn't seeing what I wanted, so I'm just going to go with this. And I'm going to cut this at 3 inches. And then, let's see, let's cut this. I'm going to cut this one. There. And this, I want to cut down this image. It's being ornery again. Okay, and how tall do I want that? I think I'm going to go up to right here. And so that one will be for this one. And then this is 3.5. So cut one 3.5. And cut this at 3.5. Ha! I did it. You know what it is? I think I'm pushing too hard. Honestly, that's what I think it is. Okay, so where would I like you to end? Maybe just right there. Okay. Yeah, it's user error. It's not the cutter. Definitely user error. Okay, so now I need to cut these. Gail, you need to cut these. Something for stamping. Okay. Let's make these two. How we doing time-wise? So far, so good. Okay. Let's do these. Get some grits off my table. Full of electricity. Blah. Okay. I'm just going to put it on the cardstock and then I'll lay this down. Okay, and then this one. Okay, now we need to think about what we want for shape-wise. This one, definitely just a regular tag. Shape, and then I think I might do the Euro punch on it. This. Okay. Right. And then, gotta give them some little bit of distressing, don't we? I think this one I'm going to use the kind of more decorative edge here. This one. Leave it more or less rectangle-ish, but There we go. Okay. Alrighty then. Those two are done. See, this would be a little bit harder to do like a master board on an old catalog, or, you know, the old Medicaid handbook or whatever. It would be a little more difficult because it's see-through. So, you know, I don't really don't really want the Medicaid rules going through. Okay, so that one's there. I put it under the other stuff to kind of hopefully make it dry, not all crinkly. And then, but I'd like to do some collage with it, I think. I don't know. So what I could do is collage onto some coffee dyed cardstock. And I think that's what I might do. In an effort to use up a bit more. Okay, I'm going to set that one, these two, under the ones we already made, just to smoosh them down flat. Okay, and I'll put the ruler on top just for good measure. Okay, so this one I'm going to set aside, and I'm going to grab a big piece of coffee dyed paper, and I'm going to do some collaging on it. Let's see what do we have? What do we have left? That one, I'm just gonna take that off. That's not that decorative. Okay, I'm gonna put that one across there. Let's see, let's get out a bigger page here. Those are all glued to the max. This one I think I can glue on the other side. Put my stack out of the way a little bit. And then these can be cut up into tags, journal cards, pockets, belly bands, whatever we think we need. It's not the easiest to get these glued, that's for sure, because it is thin. But boy, it goes down like a dream. Okay, so that one's glooby, so let's set it aside. We'll do this one. Could do this on this side. That kind of works with the wings of the half butterflies. Okay. Okay, there's that. I wanted to use some of this. I think I'll do that all the way to the bottom. May end up doing more than one of these. I think this is really cool how this is turning out. Okay. There we go. go. All right, well, this is a cool piece. Kind of maybe, I don't know. I don't know where I want to put it. Let's see, what else do we have? Oh, we have all sorts of things down here. Got that. This one. Let's see what's in this one. Because this kind of goes with that. Kind of like having a bit darker piece there. So let's get this one on there. I'm kind of going all the same way with the writing because on the pages themselves, it's every which way sort of. Okay, so I think I'm gonna, let's see if this will tear. Yep. Okay. All right, I like that. Oh, that's a bit too similar, I feel like. Oh, look, there's a bunny. How fun is that? That has to go on there. Oh, wrong. No wonder. Wrong ruler. I'm like, well, that's just not going on there very easily. Okay. So just kind of like that, I think. Okay. All right, so there's that. Now, along the bottom, should we do a bit more of the ruler? Could we? We could. Awesome. Okay. I think I'm going to try and cut it afterward. See how that goes. Okay. So then that is going to go right there like that. And then this is going to get cut off. I was wishing I had my other scissors. I don't know where they are, so I'll just use these. The thinner blade scissors actually do this a bit better than these. These guys are tough as nails, but for the intricate stuff, the thinner blades actually do a better job, but it'll be okay. Then we can cut it up and see what we get. Good enough. Good enough. Okay. my fingers. Oh my gosh, let go my ego. That is so stuck to me, you guys. I can't get it off my fingers. Okay. Oh, maybe if I get you into a little ball, maybe that work. Try that. Okay, I'm going to move these for the time being, and then we're going to cut these and see what we get, okay? Okay. Put that away. Okay, let's see. Oof, so pretty. All right, flipping so that we'll be surprised. Okay, one thing I want to do face up is I think I want a couple of like sideways belly bands out of this. So we're just going to cut that like that. And then I'm going to go 5.5 with this. And that's a sideways belly band there. I don't know, that's just what I saw when I looked at that piece of paper. And I don't know, scrap. Okay, now, so let's do this at 6. And we can go 3, we can make 4 tags, 3 inches, and make 4 of them. And then the bottom part is going to be journal cards and or pockets, whichever we want. Okay, there. And then I kind of like no more than 4.5 for a pocket. So I'm going to do that. If I do 4.5, that leaves me enough for either a journal card or a fat little tag. So let's see what we got. I'll stand up so you can see better. Oh, fun. Look. Isn't that pretty? And there's that one. And that one. Oh, I chopped off the bunny's head. Whoops-a-daisy. Oh, jeezy peasy. Okay. And then these two could be journal cards or a pocket. I might make that one a pocket, I think. And then this one is a little journal card too, or tag. Fun. Okay, what time do we have left? None. Okay, so that's for another day to cut those up and everything. But I love them. So out of that piece, we got 2 sideways belly bands, 4 tags, and 3 journal cards, or 2 journal cards in a pocket, one or the other. So thanks everybody so much for being here on Forgotten Friends Friday. I got myself down to actually just 1 package of the Roycycled is left. So that was a good stroke of business. We'll play with the other stuff another day. But thanks for being here. I hope you have a grateful day. Be kind always. We'll see you in the next video. Bye.